it's Marlene. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. A few weeks ago, my video on the Flips and Flops, the collaboration that I do with the girls, I mentioned that one of my flops was the number 7 foundation. And Stephanie, my daughter, had spoken very highly about the number 7 foundation. One of the viewers, and she knows who she is, said to me, well, why would that foundation work so well for your daughter and not work for you? And that got me to thinking about how often this happens. And I said to her, I'm going to record a video about this because there may be many viewers out there that thought the same thing or that think the same thing when you watch so many of us here. So I wanted to give you basically some food for thought. In the case of the number 7 foundation that we were talking about, my daughter has dry skin and she lives out in Washington State. I live in Florida and it's humid here and I'm a lot older than she is. So the foundation didn't work the same. Could have been the skin type, could have been the weather, could have been the age. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that makeup is something that is so personal to us. And what may work for you may not work for me, and what works for me may not work for many. But as far as foundation is concerned, not only do we need to take into consideration the weather and our skin type, and I'm going to bring in Mandy from September Beauty, who spoke just a few weeks ago about her 10 favorite foundations. I've used 8 of those foundations that Mandy talked about, and none of them worked for me. And it's not that Mandy has no clue about what she's talking about or that I don't know. It's just that Mandy has dry skin and lives out in Washington, in Seattle, and I live in Florida and I have normal skin. So that could be the reason. The other thing that we have to take into consideration is not only our skin type, whether we have oily or normal or combo, but we also have to take into consideration, is there texture on the skin? Are pores more enlarged on this skin than the other? Here's something to consider. My friend here on YouTube, Mary Glitzy Fritzy, has incredible, incredible skin. She has one of the most beautiful complexions that I have seen. And she uses medium, light to medium coverage. She doesn't use any type of full coverage. I have to use full coverage because of all the dark spots. If Mary shows on her video a foundation that really works for her and looks beautiful on her, I can never expect that foundation to look the same as me because I need lots of coverage because of all the dark spots that I have. She doesn't need a full coverage, so if she would use something that I use, she'd probably end up with a cake face. She doesn't need that. She barely needs any foundation at all. Those are things that we have to keep in mind as we are watching the videos. Think about who the YouTuber is, who is here and is talking about the different foundations and where do they live? Do they have texture on their skin? Do they have acne on their skin? Because there are many of us that have adult acne. That's certainly a possibility. Or maybe certain areas of the face with dry patches. So the foundation might cling there, where it might not cling on you if you have normal skin and you don't have any dry patches. Or there are foundations that just don't work well on oily skin. It'll look terrible. Christy, my daughter-in-law, gave me the Anastasia Beverly Hills stick foundations. She said to me, I look like a grease ball with this because she has oily skin. Didn't bother me any. I used it. I was fine with it. And that's another instance. And then the last example that I'm going to give you is Angie from Hot and Flashy. And Angie doesn't know me. Angie doesn't know who the heck I am. But I'm going to mention her anyway. Angie has her foundation Fridays. She'll talk about the different foundations, and she does incredible reviews. I'm going to take just one specific foundation that I have sitting right here, and that's the Marc Jacobs foundation. I love this foundation. I think it looks beautiful. I think it lasts on me. It doesn't move around. It doesn't cling anywhere. As I apply it to my face in the morning, that's how it looks in the evening. I think it is one of my favorite foundations. Angie reviewed this foundation, and she showed the pictures. It clung to areas on her face. It amplified lines and wrinkles. She absolutely hated it. We have different skin types. We live in different parts of the country. I don't have the dry areas on my face that she may have. It doesn't mean that either one of us has no clue as to what we're talking about. It just means that we have different skin. We have different issues that need to be addressed when we are wearing a foundation. And finally, it's just our opinion. That's just what it is. If you have someone that you watch, maybe you watch many of us, and you're not sure what skin type they have or she has, ask them. All of us, I think all of us here on YouTube in the mature community will respond to your question. Just let us ask, what skin type do you have? What part of the weather do you have? And honestly, most of us tell you before at the beginning of a video. But if we don't say it, please ask, because that way you have a better idea if the foundation is going to work for you. And then finally, Sephora and many of the cosmetic counters will give you a 3 to 5 day sample so you can try the foundation yourself and see how it works on your skin, with or without the primer that you use, with or without the moisturizer that you may use. Those products also contribute to the longevity or not of a foundation. All right, let me get off my rant over here. I really wanted to let you know, because when this viewer brought it up, I thought, she's absolutely right. And if she thought this, that means that so many others are thinking the same thing. So I'm so glad that she brought it up, and I'm not mentioning her name because I'm not sure if she wants me to mention her name. Anyway, I hope that you have found this video helpful and informative. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? It's okay. Let me know. Write it down below, because there are so many viewers that will go through the comments and see what you have written, and you will give them some ideas and you will also give me some ideas. In any case, I think it would be a great discussion for us to have. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know your thoughts, either whether you agree or not. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And don't forget, ladies, follow your passion, whatever it may be. I'll see you next time. Bye.